30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Videos of this particular thing happening because she wanted to document for me to bring it up to you. And that is, do you know that your dog's a serial humper?
Yes.
Like it just humps. Like, so
yes.
Bella will be laying there.
Yes.
Bella will be laying there on the ground and they'll be playing with a toy. And then Bella will just be playing there. Well, then Scout will mount her and start just humping the hell out of her. And Scout will hump a hip, a face, a tail. She just humps and humps.
Wow. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Lomi, I think you and I messed up. Because once I looked at my calendar, yes. I saw that I had Brian scratched off. I thought Brian was in today.
Yeah, me too.
And then next, I think next Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is.
Phew. Man. And we're having it at, by the way, Thursday, November 16th, 2023, the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Hello, all.
Good day.
Visually watching us on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and then audibly on Bub Army Radio and TuneIn, and then, of course, Florida Man Radio, AM 820, The Rattler, the Melbourne radio station, Orlando stations. So, welcome. How are you? Now, Lummy, does the thing that you guys were talking to me about, Operation, we thought we can do it, but we can't do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Mach, is that a pretty good name for the opera? I think it is. I think it's vague enough. It won't hurt any feelings, but we do have you and Lummy and Rhett are in the midst of doing in the middle of Operation we thought we could, but we can't. Now you have to. That's what the operation's called. We thought we could, but we can't, so now it's on you.
Yeah.
I don't have any further.
I was just checking to make sure that
because it's making me really mad. Yeah. What's that, buddy?
I was just saying I was checking to make sure that our end is good this morning, and we're good to go. So if there's a problem, it's not our end.
Now, remember one of the things that we talked about on Operation we thought we could, but we can't, and now it's on you. Is that we were going to be able to be on more platforms in the morning, visually, like a couple more, because we were sending it to, one place and then they were distributing out. Now, has that changed at all, or is that now in question too?
Well,
just asking for a friend.
That's probably a simpler project, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So that might be a little easier.
Right. Whew. Now, so is yesterday a major curveball, or because it seems like you and Lummy, Rhett, I don't know if Rhett was part of that. He seemed pretty oblivious to your guys's.
Well, Rhett's more on the video side also on that part.
Right.
With that aspect of it.
So, is there, is it going to be eventually what we wanted it to be? I feel like the Beatles. Is it going to be what we want it to be? Is it going to be what we wanted it to be?
One way or another, we'll get to it, yeah.
Okay.
It's just been a long journey.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. Jesus, God. It's been Lummy, I tell you, I blew my O-ring out.
Oh, no.
Man.
Again?
Yeah, well, no, it's just still blowed. My O-ring's still blowed, and I was back there.
My condolences to your O-ring.
Yeah, me too. I wish I could talk to it. I wish I could see it. Wish I could.
Touch it?
Well, let me. When I wash myself in the shower, I'm still old school where I like a bar of soap.
Yes.
Like some people need loofahs, and some people need, like soft squirt soap that they put on their loofah, and then they go all over. I don't need all that. I just need a bar of soap, and then I just soap myself up with a bar, use my hand, and then in doing so, the only thing of course I use shampoo. I don't use the bar soap for shampoo. Back in college, sometimes you just use bar soap for shampoo when you didn't care about how your hair looked or how dry your scalp got or anything like that. But I do use shampoo, but I use a bar of soap for the most part. And so today, when I had I lathered my soap all up, got a big old lather on my hands, and then I went back there into to the O-ring area, and was trying to just make sure it's super clean and trying to get a little bit of a feel for how it's doing down there.
Oh,
I think is it prolapsing your anus?
I think so.
I think I prolapsed.
Kind of comes out and puckers at you.
Yes.
Oh.
That was during a heavy strain. I'd had, I didn't go. Here's the deal. If I had taken my vitamins, Lummy, on Saturday and Sunday, then I wouldn't be encrustated, or I should say impacted on Monday. But see, I didn't take my colon blows and my psyllium husk and my little concoction that I take every day, Monday through Friday. So it takes that, so Lummy, and it's my own fault. I just need to start taking my pills on Saturdays and Sundays. That way I won't have a interruption of pooping. And because when you interrupt it, when you shut it down for 2 days, Lummy, and your body's used to having those nice colon blows, producing deer-like brown, nice cylinder-like turds.
Oh yeah,
nice ones too. Like when you're taking the colon blows and the psyllium husk, like you really get, like when you look at the poop. It sometimes it really looks like it, just kind of was like it came off in flakes off of your colon, like it might have been on your colon for a while.
Nice.
And you feel so clean, like a little gazelle. So if I don't take my poop pills on Saturday and Sunday, then then I take them on Monday, so it takes a day to kick in. So my first bowel movement, a real good one, will be Tuesday, and that's exactly what happened. So Tuesday, I'm in there in order to break the seal, that first one's kind of a heavy push. You're like,
oh yeah.
Just to it feels like the very tip of it's encrusted.
It's like a cork.
Yeah, you're right. The very tip of it is kind of like corked out, a little bit.
And once you pop it, it just flows.
Yeah, it's like the membrane of like a pimple.
Yep.
Well, once you pop that membrane, then everything comes out.
BK25 on the Venmo.
But that little membrane sometimes needs it may not just pop on its own. You got to kind of give it a little.
Yeah, a little extra squeeze.
Yeah. So in that extra squeeze that I had to give my pootie on Tuesday, because I was because I didn't take my pootie pills on Saturday and Sunday, that little extra squeeze I had to give on Tuesday, I think prolapsed my anus, and it hurts.
Now, do you want to see what it looks like?
No.
I do.
No.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, send it to me.
Do you want to see what yours looks like?
No, I thought you said you got a picture of a prolapsed
No, I
anus.
was saying like if you
Fine,
like
I'll
squatted
look at
over a mirror or something so you could see it.
Are you just being stupid now?
Well, no, because you said that.
No. I would never want that.
Like how bad it is.
I mean, I can feel it.
Oh.
Okay.
I can feel that it's a little bit pushed out.
I hope it doesn't look like this.
Oh God, don't send a picture.
I'm not, because I'll get mad.
Send it to me, but we can't.
Without you.
Send it to me, but I don't think we can broadcast it. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Let me find the best.
You didn't send it.
I have a giant selection to choose from. Do you want to go animation or you want to go real Willy?
I just want to go real one, like what I'm suffering through. I pushed too hard I pushed too hard on Tuesday, and listen, it's just not every, like, Ben Shapiro and other very recognized radio, Dan Bonagino, other very recognized and famous radio personalities like me, maybe Joe Rogan would talk about blowing out their O-ring on Tuesday. That's right there is the dynamic of the show.
Yeah, I don't see
That's
them
why
doing
everybody likes us, is because,
we're real.
we're real. And one of the things I'm going through right now is my butthole's blowed out. I blew it out. I gotta take my pooty pills on the weekend. I mean, if I take my poop pills on the weekend, then I don't have any interruption of poop service, and it just keeps, it just all stays soft and ready to go out.
Now, when it happens, does it hurt like a lot, or
This one, it kind of hurts.
Okay.
And then you go to wipe, and it's all blood.
Oh.
And it's all blood from because you literally blew an O-ring. Like, I think you may have popped a fissure. All that pushing and all that straining and all that, you as a kid, probably you don't really think much about it. You're like, I could push and strain. But as you get older, then you start blowing stuff out. It's like that older car you got, Lummy. When it was brand new, you could be a little harder on it. Now that it's got 150-some thousand miles on it, you got to kind of baby it.
Neil Mount Plaisir, $50 on the Venmo.
Thank you.
Blow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, blow pack. What? You weren't expecting the horn?
No, I'm just seeing more images.
Okay, well,
I sent you a bunch.
I know you sent me a bunch. Okay, this is probably what mine looks like.
Oh God.
And you guys just just realize I'm not proud of this, and keep maybe your comments to yourself. Okay. Everybody's been a bunch of smart asses around here lately, and I'm over it. So here's kind of what I'm thinking mine might be. And are we
going to feel really bad for you?
You're going to feel really bad for me because mine, I think mine is like this. Based on what I can feel and based on how hot it feels, I think this is what I'm dealing with.
Oh, no.
Duck lips.
No.
That's exactly what I thought.
Oh. I'm sorry, Bubba.
I got me some duck lips.
On that pooty.
Duck lips on that pooty. Duck lips on that pooty. Give me duck lips on that. Duck lips on that. Duck lips on that pooty. Yeah, that's what I got. But I'm going to tell you right now, Lummy, that it's gotten a lot better. I think it's 50%, maybe what it used to be. And I'm thinking it actually feels good if I just take my ass and I drive it down into the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Like spread your cheeks?
No, yeah, you spread it and then you drive it.
Like you're itching it?
Kind of like you are,
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Lummy, one thing I want to do is I think your chair and my chair might be real leather.
Oh, yes.
Instead of that imitation stuff.
Very nice chair.
I'm going to make sure I have some Armor All in the back and stuff, like every couple weeks that we Armor All and, clean, leather condition our chairs so they last longer.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Lummy, this dude emailed me, I think, or texted me. I'm going to have to go back to my emails and to my texts. And did you see all the water that we got?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that Monster made water.
I didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
Hold on. Canned water. Hold on.
Yeah, all those boxes, man. Those are heavy.
Hold on. And it tastes pretty damn good. It's deep well water. I think it's part of maybe the Vans tour. I don't know. It says Monster tour water. Pure clean water is the elixir of life. Put it in a can. That would be nice. Anyway, it's a nice little Monster, a little ode to Monster water. Mm-hmm. And I think this dude might be the distributor, Lummy, of Monster water. And he emailed me and said, I'm going to be sending you like 10 cases of Monster water. And I'm like, I didn't know Monster made water.
They didn't. Yeah.
He's like, well, they do. It's pretty good. So I think we got, if we don't have any in the fridge, Lummy, fill the fridge up. We'll put some in there.
Okay.
So that we can maybe do a taste test tomorrow.
Okay. Perfect.
Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Blew out my shoulder. I've tasted it already. I had some last night, and it's good.
Nice.
It's really good. So we'll taste test it tomorrow. Monster makes deep well water, and I hope maybe this dude that has this Monster distribution deal, I hope it's just not limited to to the waters. I mean, I'd love to promote your waters for you, sir. But man, getting some of the white, like some of the other, we really are big fans on the rehab, and more so the white monsters in rehabs. We love.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the white ones.
How about the lemonade, Lummy? Is that part of the rehab series, the lemonade, or
yes,
no?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lemonade and the tea.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
I think this guy's a beverage distributor, and I think he carries Monster as part of one of his brands. I need to look at his email. I think he explained it all to me in an email, but you know how I am. I see more than like 3 or 4 lines on an email, and I was like, I can't read this.
Oh, like micro emails?
Oh my
I haven't read one in months.
No, I can't. I'm
like, let me just read this real quick.
I can't.
And it always starts it with like, just real quick.
Yeah.
Well,
and just
also
briefly.
the way I check it, because Macho and I get like probably 4 a day.
Oh
it
my
seems
God.
like. I always look to see if Bubba is copied on it, and if I know Bubba's copied on it, it's going to be a very long read. And if I see Bubba's name on it, it might be a little bit shorter. Yeah, I think he knows how to edit his emails just for you, Bubba.
Really?
Yeah, which they're still long as hell. But imagine if you're not CC'd on it, I would say
Well, I'm going to
maybe
be
5
honest with you. I'm not
pages.
trying to be a dick or nothing, but I just comb through them real fast and see like if it's like what's going on, and that's what I pay you, Macho, and Rhett the big bucks for dealing with this operation. We thought we could do it, but we can't. Now you got to.
I'm convinced Micro writes his emails with ChatGPT.
You think he just talks it out, or
He
you think
talks
he just
like a robot sometimes. Like,
yeah?
I don't know how else to describe it. Sometimes his emails don't look like they were typed by a real person.
So let me ask you a question. Operation, we thought we could do it, but we can't. But now it's on you. They were saying about maybe 2 weeks from now. Is that probably been way delayed with this new curveball? Just asking for a friend.
I would have to say, yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit longer.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to affect a couple of different things, because we're gonna have to put our energy into this instead of being able to
this
put
new gimmick.
Yeah, instead of having to put the energy into the other things that make it better. All
right. Do you think it will be? And Mach, your mic's up. So is yours, Rhett. Do you guys think it'll be done by the end of the year? Or is that like even up? Is that even kind of maybe up? Because here we are. We're at Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
We only got about 4 more weeks of real work. 3. We only got like 3 weeks of real work. So to me, it sounds like that answer. I've already answered it with your sudden with your hesitations. I don't think it's going to be ready till the first of the year, which is fine. Hey, listen, let's just do it right. Take our time. No big deal. Let's not get freaked out, right?
Yeah.
Who's the most freaked out right now, Macho Man?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a buzz in the headphones and he freaks out.
Oh yeah, right.
I mean, so yeah, he's
right.
the most freaked out, but he's also the one.
He hits a ladybug with his car on the way in. He has one little bug hit from on the front hood, up by the emblem, and he's his day's wrecked.
May as well take this thing back to the dealership.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I think
he's hypochondriac for his car. He's a car hypochondriac for real.
I think if Macho,
Lummy?
I think if Macho can get it figured out kind of today, and we go down the path that Macho thinks will be the easiest, like he was saying, I think it would be done next month. I think we could probably do a soft launch on it.
But it seems like to me that what they were supposed to do, we're going to have to end up doing. Is that, see, I don't read these long chat Michael Rowe GPTs, but is that kind of what you were trying to tell me today? You were spieling some kind of. I was playing my Monopoly game. If you knew or not.
I'm sorry.
I could see you were playing.
I was playing my Monopoly game, and I got 299, 300 dice, man.
Oh, jeez.
I was throwing them in increments of 20.
Nice.
On my Monopoly. What are you? I'm like at 225. What are you at?
161.
Oh, you're catching up with me. Did you spend money? Lummy?
Yes.
So did I. I spent $19.99.
I didn't want to just keep telling you I'm at like 125. I got a little frustrated over the weekend.
Lummy, and then I spent $19.99 on this stupid ass Monopoly app game that you and I both play, and then I was like, you know what? Am I going to tell Lummy? And then I clicked on, you know how it flashes you up like a $2.99?
Yes.
And I said yes to that.
Oh, you
and
get
then
the
I said
discount.
yes to a $4.99. So I probably spent like $50 this weekend playing this stupid game. I really think I need to remove it from my phone.
Yeah, well,
Probably.
I feel almost as like what you could describe as sometimes that sex that you have that you kind of regret after. You sent that $19.99,
Yeah.
and then when it ran out, you're like, what did I?
Yeah,
just
and then
spend
I went
so
$4
dirty.
on?
And then I went and looked at my bill. I was like, $19.99 iTunes. Like, it's already racked up on my bill.
What did I just do?
And then you're like, what did I get for it? What did I get for this $20 I just spent on this app? What did I really get?
And it only
Nothing.
lasted like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I could have gone and got me. I mean, for $20, you can get a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
At various fast foods places.
Yeah. I was shameful.
Jesus.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, do I tell Bubba? Hopefully Bubba doesn't bring it up. Maybe Quit Monopoly.
I finished. Remember that I watched Savage.
Yeah.
But then I forgot about it. I forgot how it ended. Merch Crick's like, don't you remember how it ended? It ended like, had two different endings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember any of that.
So you had to rewatch it?
I had to rewatch like the last, 15 minutes of it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. I got it. I got it. Man, you're becoming old and pathetic when you have to rewatch movies that you watched a day before again
I mean,
in order to be able to pick up what happened. What?
Well, you usually have to rewatch like your episodes on seasons, right? Like anything you watch, like a.
Oh yeah, I gotta literally watch everything two times.
Two steps forward, one step back.
Yeah, like like Yellowstone, Lummy.
Yeah.
I'd watch it, and then I'd have to watch it again the next day in order for me to remember, like all the details. Of which, man, they're really faking the funk on Yellowstone. Like during football on CBS, they'll be like, don't forget, tonight, Yellowstone, world's most popular show in the entire world. They're just playing old. They're not even playing new ones.
No, they just play the replays.
They're just playing like, I literally think they're in season 1.
Yeah, season 1 or season 2 from what I can tell in the previews. I mean, it's so
but they're
old.
trying to, but they're thinking like, if you're a Yellowstoner like we are, you're like, oh, they got some new one. No. It's just a bunch of regurg, and I'm not going to go back and I'm not the kind of guy that goes back and watches an entire series.
I'm not either, especially
if I've
for the new
watched it
season,
once. Yeah,
because they
please.
usually give you that recap before the.
I tell you what
season.
they need is Tyler Sheridan needs to get off his ass, give me a Mayor of Kingstown. He needs to get me a 1923.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get me a Yellowstone. And then I guess he was going to come up with a new one about the 666 Ranch, you know?
Yep.
I need that. I need some shows. And then I was thinking about maybe getting back into Billions, but I heard it sucked. I heard Billions sucked. The dude, Axelrod, my main guy, who played Brody on Homeland, remember him?
Yeah.
Well, his name was Axelrod on Billions, and it was super cool. And he's the man.
Is The Rock in Billions?
No, but Paul Giamatti is. I love Paul. Anna, I guarantee you are a fan of Paul Giamatti. You just don't know what he looks like.
Was he in Private Parts?
Yeah.
Yes, he played Pig Vomit.
Yes,
Pig
he's like that
Virus.
face you've seen a million times, but
Yes.
you probably don't know his name.
His name-
Paul. I know his name.
His name's
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti, and he's just brilliant. He always plays some outrageous, crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a Bernie Sanders, crazy hair, freaked out.
Bernie Sanders on meth
Yeah.
and coke. Anyway, he's the big slinging federal prosecuting attorney that's always trying to take this Axelrod guy down. This Axelrod guy made billions on the airline industry. He shorted the airline industry, Lummy, one day before 9/11.
Oh wow.
And so it's kind of like controversial how he got his intel, and he went and shorted all these companies and made billions. Then he opened up his own private hedge fund company, and he's a swinging D. And the whole show is based on him and the Giamatti guy going back and forth and hating each other and trying to, and then the Giamatti's wife works for Axelrod, and there's always this like kind of sexual tension and stuff. And then now in real life, the Axelrod guy's wife died in real life.
Oh, really?
And so this was right at COVID when they were going to come back, and he's like, I can't come back. Like I just lost my wife. I can't come back.
Well,
The thing about it is, man, if you think about acting, how you have to submerge yourself into that character and really live that character. And you have such a empty hole in your heart, and you're grieving so much because, most people really love their wives. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably some fellas out there be like, man, if my wife died today, I'd be happier in hell.
Some people kill their wives, actually.
Well, a very small percentage, but there's a lot. I think you'd probably admit, Anna, there's a very much larger percentage of men who hate their wives than those who kill their wives.
Oh, no doubt.
Probably, I would say 50% of men hate their wives.
50?
Yeah.
Hate.
Yeah, I can see
Hate
that.
is a strong word.
Yeah.
You're telling me 50% hate.
Yeah.
Not saying, they're just annoyed with.
No,
or,
like they just hate them. They're like
no longer in love.
Right. Well, 50% hate their wives. But out of the 50%, about 45% just play the game. Because it's just easier to play the game. Because you might have
cheaper to keep her.
kids. Well, you might got kids, and you might got a big ass house that you'd have to divide, and you might got like a 401k, and she could wipe. She's gonna get you don't have a Bubba Clem Regina Hunter ironclad prenup, so she's gonna get half. Maybe you're a successful businessman making $150,000, $200,000 a year. An old girl has not had a job the entire time you've been married, but she has raised your kids beautifully and been an unbelievable wife. And the court looks at that as 50%. There's so many percentages to choose from. We'll choose 50. Then you throw in some child support on there, and it really brings a man right down to zero real fast. So, Anna, guess what? He hates his wife. They don't blast like they used to. She's become kind of a snowflake and ass Karen. All she wants to do is hang out with her little girlfriends for wine time and do stupid stuff. She doesn't, like when you come home. Back in the day when you guys were first married, before you had kids and all that kind of stuff, you'd come home, she'd have a little sexy outfit on her, let me meet you at the door with some coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
Get all, just crazy. Spontaneous one. You'd be driving home from a concert. She'd just start all of a sudden giving you some his.
Now she's just dried up.
Now she's just, no, she's not dried up, but she's as over you as much as you are her.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Usually people supplement with other people when that sort of stuff happens.
I don't know. Some people don't. Some people just sit and play the game.
But a lot of people do.
I know, but not, probably only 50% of the 50% supplement. I would say that half of the miserable people out there
saying miserable people or miserable men?
Men. Half of the miserable men don't know, they don't have the means, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Unless it would be somebody at work or something like that.
That's what I'm saying is it doesn't necessarily,
whatever.
Or online nowadays too.
Yeah, but if your wife's got your passcode to your phone.
Yeah.
And, she starts getting up on your phone all of a sudden, which realistically, if you're in a healthy relationship, if you're in a fair, healthy relationship, your girlfriend or your wife should have access to your phone.
Really?
I'm not saying.
You think that?
Yeah.
Do you have access to your partner's phone and vice versa?
Yep.
Of course he does.
And you do too?
And Merch Crick hat. First of all, hold on. First of all, I have access to her phone, and guess how many times I've checked it?
None.
0.
Exactly.
I could care less what's on that phone. For real. I got enough swag that I don't even have to look at that phone. I don't even care. Meanwhile, though, she has access to my phone too. I'm like, here's my phone. I'll go to the shower, Lummy, and say, here's my phone.
Go look.
She's got access to my email. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to be scandalous, I'll tell you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like I ain't. Please, you can here it is, and I've done it before too. I'm like, here, you think? Look, I'm not prepared for you to walk in this room and deleted a bunch of stuff. Here, look, I don't give a crap. I'll plug my phone in when we're driving to Ocala. I'll plug it in through the car system so that every text and everything comes right up on the screen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't care.
Why does Pizza Hut keep calling you?
Yeah.
They want that Domino's business.
Yeah. So anyway, realistically, that's the way it should be. Now, I've not been that way with all of my romantic interests. Yeah, obviously, brother. I've not been up on. I wasn't up on Nikki's phone. I wasn't up on Heather's phone. I could care less. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Even back with Crystal and all them, were you up on them?
No, I could no.
Because obviously
you
they
couldn't
were up
get
on
up.
you.
You couldn't get up on a phone though.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
it was all flip phone and stuff. Like your phone back in the day when I was running hard didn't really incriminate you that much. Mm-hmm. Now your phone's. I mean, back then you couldn't have full blown pictures and movies and check your emails. And I mean, like literally, if you want, you pick up a person's phone and you can find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So
you can find something in anyone's phone to get upset about.
And that's what I told the merch crick. Look, and if something upsets you, get over it. Because,
But aren't there private conversations you've had with people on your phone that they don't want their information getting out?
But she would know, like, if I had some text with Tom Bean and stuff like that, like she would know not to even go into that. You know what I'm saying? Like she would know, like
if you have access to it, you're probably gonna look.
No, she's not. No, you are, because you're the snoopiest bitch known to man.
I
period.
think any normal person would.
Nope.
But all right.
Nope. If I said, hey, you can go through my phone, but on my business stuff, man, I don't want you looking at it.
Yeah, there's still got to be a little bit of privacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because Anna just can't wrap her head around. She can't wrap her head around, not snooping to the night. Like if I'm in a,
I'm actually not nosy at all. I don't have the passcodes to any of my partner's information. He doesn't have mine. If he asked to see something, absolutely, here it is.
I understand that, but if you did have access to it, and you saw some chick he was talking to, by all means, get up in there. But if you saw maybe he's talking to me or like, a boss or something like that, you don't necessarily and he told you, hey, listen, you know what? Check my phone for, whatever. But I got probably some stuff that I was talking to with Fred that, I would prefer you not to see. So the Anna, rather than to say, okay, Anna's like, oh my God. What could he and Fred be talking about? I mean, he's giving me his phone to look at, so he trusts me, but he asked me not to go into the Fred deal. But as a matter of fact, the only conversation I want to go into is the Fred deal immediately.
Screw everyone else.
I can't get Fred. There could be Cindy and Rhonda and Lisa. Screw those bitches. I want to see the Fred one now, right now, and I will not be told I cannot see Fred's message. Am I not right? Yeah, I am, bitch.
Sure.
You're just agreeing to agree. Now you're being mean. Now you're just being mean. Deep down, if your significant other said, here's my phone, go through it all you want, I just prefer you not to look at the me and Fred exchange. Your little fingers would just...
You don't think that would pique anyone's interest? Do you think it's just me?
Well, I think it piques their interest, and then maybe if you ask, why not, and then if, like Bubba said, he explained, we got some private business stuff that...
Yeah, I mean, if you said, why? And he's like, well, you know what? Him and his wife were having problems, and we were talking about it, and I don't really probably think that he would appreciate me sharing that.
Yeah, but you're not going to remember every conversation you've had with all of your contacts in which you exchanged some
guess what? Look at all of them, bitch. I don't care. I don't care. Maybe there's some girls on my phone. I don't care. I don't care. I ain't doing nothing wrong, bitch.
Yeah,
about to get mines. Let me. How about my new shirt?
I say
Can't
bad words.
See the rest of it.
I say bad words a lot.
Oh, nice.
Hey, look right here. I say bad words. I don't know where I got that. Somebody sent it to me.
I wonder if that was one of the Yinzers. Is it the Yinzers?
I don't know.
Leslie and Chuck?
Yeah, they sent a bunch of shirts to Bubba.
Oh, Leslie and Chuck.
Chuck and Ed.
Chuck and Ed, Leslie and Chuck.
No, they sent the About to Get Mines shirt.
Ed and Leslie led, and yeah.
Love them.
I'm meeting with Mark from Tarpon today, Lummy,
sweet.
about a potential situation.
Nice.
And you said that a lot of the American Chopper fans of course, Orange County Choppers, liked my interview with Paul yesterday.
Yeah, they said they didn't really. One, obviously, he doesn't like talking about his son. And he kind of opened up to you a little bit about it, which I guess he hasn't talked about in 6-7 years. Even mention that he has that one particular son that's in trouble.
Man, I wish I had my son situation.
Way to bring it up, Lummy.
No.
Well, no, I think that was just one because Bubba got out and his upbringing with his dad.
Right.
and how he was. Brought up.
I don't think maybe he's ever mentioned that he didn't really have a relationship with his father. No. I don't know that that's ever came up on the show or. He's ever talked about it.
Yeah,
I got that.
A lot of people thought
that'd be a good clip, maybe, Rhett. You know, that kind of deal. Not trying to tell you how to do your job.
A lot of people thought he was raised by his dad just like he was, which is, like a hard ass
Willie.
Yeah. But they didn't know that he was, room and board, had to pay for it when he was young and all that kind of stuff.
I thought the coolest part, honestly, was him giving us the Iggy on the new show with Jesse James and Billy Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because...
And we need to get those guys on, too.
Yeah, Jesse James... I was a way bigger Jesse James mark than an American Chopper mark back in the day. But it was cool to hear that they're working together because the last thing they did was over 10 years ago.
Well, and
it was that biker build-off on Discovery.
Right. But here's the thing, man. There was always kind of like maybe some heat.
Yeah.
But not really. Like they just kind of respected each other's real estate, and they both had some huge, they both had great franchises within the Chopper world, and then they both kind of ran its course, and but now... if there was a way to reinvent the chopper building business for reality TV, they just hit it. Like to get the dude from Miami and to get Jesse and to get Paul.
And that Outlaw TV thing that he was talking about, that's Jesse's network. He started that and it launched this week. So
nice.
That's pretty cool too.
Let's get a hold of Paul's handlers, see if we can get a hold of Jesse's handlers, see if we can get Jesse on the air.
Okay.
I'm sure it could talk about the new network. And plus, I guess, where are they going to shoot this show? Are they going to shoot it in L.A.? Are they going to shoot it here? Are they going to shoot it in Miami? Right? they're going to have to bring, two of the three dudes are going to have to travel to one of the dude shops.
Well, the Billy Lane guy's in Miami.
Maybe they're going to do it out of there. They figured, okay, Paul's not that far from Miami, and Jesse, I think, is in California.
Yeah, he could just fly to Miami.
Yeah, maybe stay like 2 weeks, and they do like however many shows or something like that. Is it going to be about building choppers? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I assume it will be
thinking about surveying water parks or nothing like that.
No, it looks like he's gonna be building choppers, welding, iron work, and the designs of bikes, things like that.
Maybe clip up that Paul gimmick. Maybe we can get some traction on that.
Yeah, we're on it. We got a few from.
Speaking of before Lemmy rings the bell. I know the 37th hour.
And Jesse James looks like he's in Texas now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Everybody's in Texas. Everybody that was doing business in California, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Jesse James. They all went. It'd be interesting to see the number of Californians that left, literally, in some instances, moved their entire business. Joe Rogan's podcast is a $100 million a year business that he just uprooted and moved, from California. He
opened up a comedy club in Austin.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
It says 88 companies moved from California to Texas from 2021 to 2023.
Wait, say it again?
88.
One of which was, I think, Tesla.
Yeah, I think they moved their headquarters.
I think Tesla moved
Was it Austin or, I don't know, somewhere in Texas?
Austin seems to be like the real, hot spot of Texas. That's where all of them seem to go.
Yeah, these last few years, it definitely has been.
Anyway, I got to go into words. Allow me talking about, not having a relationship with my son. I am so, I don't know what I got to do. I don't know. Do I got to apologize? Do I got to what? What do I got to do to get my son's attention? To let him know that his grandmother is getting older and is really upset over this, and even if you don't like me, even if you hate me for whatever reason, probably several, one, I'm sorry. Two, I think I've been a pretty damn good dad, and three, you're killing your grandma. I can't. As much as you don't want to have a relationship with me, that's fine. I can deal with that, but not your grandma, and not Tara, not Aunt Tara. And your grandma and your
Nana. You should take Paul's advice from yesterday. Do you remember what he said?
No.
That after a certain point, it's just kind of on them, and you've done everything you can do, and you just kind of have to move forward.
Yeah. What if I die and then I never had a relationship with my son?
What other option do you have if he refuses to talk to you? You have to move on with your life.
That's on him, not on you at the end of the day.
Alex G, $250.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alex.
The pain, games, and mind X will continue. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Bubba the Love Sponge returns after this.
Sure did, Yellow Bird Willie. A lot of New Yorkers moved here. What's up, Rudy? Morning, Xerxes. Yeah, the mothership, Tree Ponder. Yeah. It's Comedy Center, Comedy Store, Comedy, whatever you want to call it, warehouse. Mothership. What's up, King Powers? That is true, Stacey G. What's up, Bald Balls Rana? Yins are in Florida. Good morning. Angie 5316. Good morning. God, good morning. Good morning, my comment. Oh, thank you, sir. Ginger Game. Nice. It's a knife, that's all you know, Camper Scott. Let's hope not. Blow up the horse later.
For those that are interested, which is no one but me, Drake and J. Cole are coming to Tampa.
Well, if anyone cares, Kid Rock and Jason Aldean are going to be in Ocala.
Touche.
Totally two ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, where in Ocala are they going to be?
They're going to be at some horse farm, Bubba. I'll find exactly, but it's a 2-day concert.
Yeah, that's just
2 days?
Yeah.
What is it called? Florida, the Strawberry Festival?
No. It's they're doing like these small. There's a 7-city small town tour.
Jason Aldean's a pretty big name, right?
Yeah, he sings small town.
Where that shooting was, or
I'll find out.
the Vegas
That was a country
music.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I feel like there was a shooting with Jason Aldean. Yeah, Drake and J. Cole, two of my favorite fucking rappers.
Kingston Downs, Bubba? Does that make sense?
Mm.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Majestic Oaks.
Sounds like there'd be a lot of horses there.
Tickets aren't that expensive.
Bring it over to my place and you be there.
Should have had it at the Bubba Raceway Park.
Hell yeah. With them Zuber dogs.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Didn't like 50 people die?
Yeah, the Vegas one?
Yeah. What was that guy's name? Steven, Fuck. He killed himself.
Stephen Paget?
Paget?
Or you were right on Stephen P.
Paddock, Vegas shooter.
At the Harvest Festival in Vegas.
Stephen Paddock. Didn't he kill like 50 people?
Is it 50 or
61?
60? Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot. We just sat up there and just gunned him.
And then he killed himself. And then he was married to some fucking. That story didn't add up. Weren't there a lot of conspiracy shit circling around that stuff?
Yeah.
His wife was in fucking the Philippines and.
She took off after.
Did she?
She wasn't there, but she took off. Yeah, she fled.
What were some of the conspiracy?
Oh,
it was a false flag. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. That it was set up to push against
Sorry.
gun.
Booty.
His rhetoric slowly sinks into your skull. Corrupting the synapses in your brain, taking control of you. And there's no way to stop it. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I thought I saw this story like last week, and I didn't cover it. Did it?
There's an update.
Okay, that's okay. So then,
Yeah, this
I'm not crazy. The
No.
fact that this was a story, and this very same footage was used.
Yes.
But there's been an update,
Correct.
probably on like charges or something like
Correct.
Well, this happened 8 months ago. The whole incident.
that. And it's just now working its way through the court system, which
Correct.
means the
Yeah.
media is now starting to pay a little bit of attention to it.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't really do much about it 8 months ago.
So there's this Orlando teacher, and she was completely knocked out by a student. Here's yeah, like wow.
Look at
Hold on,
that.
yeah, like let me just kind of rewind it a little bit. So that
Chubby
you-
Jones just keeps walking for a
I know.
minute.
yeah,
Hefty McGee.
like so this teacher, she looks like kind of they have everybody's faces blurred out. This is the teacher right here. Okay? And it just looks like maybe she's the average, maybe 40-some. We can't see by the face, but I'm just kind of looking by body
No,
type.
you're right. There's pictures of her that you could see.
Yeah. Like just the average 40-some-year-old teacher. Like not fat, not skinny, just middle of the road, regular teacher. And this guy comes up and just absolutely, completely tackles her and starts beating the crap out of her. Was there a reason? Did they end up finding
She took away his video game.
Yeah, he was playing his Nintendo Switch during class, and she took it away from him.
Right.
I
Now-
think he has autism, or that's what they're claiming.
Right.
That's what they're claiming.
Here he goes. Boom. Look at that. And I mean, he completely watch her ragdoll. Check this out. Boom. Like just the impact on her head. I think Lummy knocked her out.
he did,
She's
yeah.
out.
Boom. She's done. And then he just starts putting the boots to her, starts kicking her, hitting her on the ribs. And then this other big girl Jones. Now, is this a big girl teacher or just a big girl pupil?
I think it's a teacher, but
Yeah,
I don't know,
they said a
actually.
teacher ran in first. No, that's a student. The pink hair.
I mean, this guy is laying the wick to her. I mean,
that
beating
guy-
the brakes off of her.
That guy, how he kind of casually walks over once he sees it.
What, this guy who?
Yeah, little
No,
pussy in the
guy
brown
the
shirt.
brown shirt.
Oh,
up
this
top.
guy right here.
How he casually walked over
Yeah.
as she's getting.
Let's see where brown shirt will.
Can he really
All right,
see
so
what's going on?
hold
Yeah,
on
he
now.
can. He can see.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. I'm going to see where brown shirt. Okay. Okay.
She's
hold on.
calling him.
Yeah.
He's like,
All
what's
right, okay.
going on?
Now, from this point right here, one would assume that the guy in the brown shirt could see a student beating the crap out of somebody.
And he was summoned by that woman back there because she's like, hey, come help.
Right. Let me back it up just a tad here. Okay. So this girl right here.
I wonder
All
how
right.
he
So this
punches.
girll right here tries to look like she's trying to get his attention. saying, hey, over there. He, okay, so.
How many punches did he get in from the time?
Okay, so from the time, let's count the punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
on the
15,
ground.
16.
The head's got nowhere to go.
16 or 17 straight to the face punches before brown shirt Willie gets involved.
He should have ran and just tackled the kid.
He's looking. Like, I mean, this guy's a real dick.
I know.
I mean, he should have from about right there, he should have been running.
He should have sprinted.
He probably could have saved her 10 licks.
Yeah. Maybe tackled the kid off.
Like if this guy here, the bad guy's at a vulnerable position, so you could literally go in there and Superman spear him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Even like little Anna could come running in there and just grab I guarantee you Anna would roll up in there and grab a rear naked choke right out.
I'd either do that or just kick him right in the face. Like,
right.
Get an angle and just kick him right in the face.
Because if he doesn't know it's coming, man, it's going to be a nice one.
Yeah.
Boom. Doesn't matter if it's coming from a girl or a boy. When you get kicked in the face out of left field and you're not prepared for it, it knocks you out.
But also, they're a little concerned because of the racial component.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I would assume, look, you don't want to hit a black
this
kid
is on camera,
as a
though.
white guy.
I will hit the hell out of a black kid. I will hit the hell
Finish
out of
that statement. Finish that statement.
I will hit the hell out of a white kid. I will hit the hell out of a Hispanic kid. If you have attacked a teacher, your ethnicity and their ethnicity mean nothing. The act in itself, you have just absolutely, just savagely beat up. You first of all, you pushed this teacher so hard that she's completely knocked out. Then once she's knocked out, you go on and deliver 16 to 20 straight rib and face blows.
And for the record, he's 276.6.
Yeah. He's African American and he's 276, and she's like 150.
And the crazy thing is so prior to this attack, which was in February, he was arrested 3 prior times for battery.
Yeah.
And he just had a brawl in jail last month.
All right. So he starts hitting. And yeah. So you don't think that the system is unbelievably flawed? Like we need to pass a bill that makes people that have done violent acts like stop letting them out so early. Like keep them in longer. Or like a lot of times you'll do something, these kids will do something kind of bad and they don't even really do any jail time. They just give them like slap on your wrist probation. You just got to go check in with your probation officer.
So there was a little bit of backlash from some people that said she shouldn't have taken the Nintendo Switch from him.
Oh, okay.
But now it's reported that she didn't even take it from him. She just told him to stop playing it, and that made him so mad that he did this because she told him to stop playing.
All right, so either one. A, she took it, and I'm assuming that the rules state that if you've taken a device from a kid that's a distraction, whether it be a gaming little deal or whether it be an iPhone or a smartphone or any type of device, that you at the end of the day, either at the end of the period, which you're the teacher of, or the end of the day, you certainly are allowed to get it back. I'm thinking if I often think about how Honest Dad would handle that. And I got to think that if your dad took a guy's thing away from him, that after class, like literally after that class, he'd get it back. Like, I don't think your dad's the kind of guy that would even take to the office and say, at the end of the day, you can go.
You want to know why? Mostly because that would create more work for my dad, and he's not interested in that.
I mean, and I got to think that he might tell that kid that's playing with that game to maybe turn it off 2 or 3 times before he even takes it.
And honestly, at this point, my dad would just be like, if he didn't, my dad would just be like, whatever. I'm retiring at the end of the year. I don't care.
Keep playing, buddy. Hope you get. You know what? I hope you get high score.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get high pension here in about 6 months. Okay, appreciate it.
Exactly.
Not dealing with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For the rest of the class that wants to pay attention, let's move on. for numbnuts over here that wants to play his Nintendo Switch, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally knocked the guy off. And then the guy, he's still trying to kick her.
Yeah.
This guy. And by the way, this is a big kid.
Yeah.
This is like Lummy.
Where's all the male teachers or anything in there? There's only one guy that's
Lummy.
Yeah.
There are no more male teachers.
Oh, wow.
There's not as many per capita male teachers as there used to be because men.
I don't think there ever were.
The education system has deteriorated, and the class of children that are out there now that need to be taught, those kids are just not even like, you can't even hardly control them. Now, so I can see why. I bet you Phil stayed about 5 years longer than he really wanted to, just to to pad up that pension.
Oh, my dad's been hem-hawing about retiring for probably the last 5 years, but I spoke to him a few days ago, and he said that this is for sure his last year, and he is done.
He is.
Which makes sense because he's
it.
68, going to be 69 next year.
Right? Yeah, and he's over it. He's going to get a nice Social Security check. He's going to get his teacher pension.
He said he's the oldest guy there by like a decade.
Yeah.
So
just because he knows how
he stuck it out.
Lummy, you can't deal with these kids, and so men, men for the most part who used to get into education are not now because it's a thankless job. It's just like cops. Remember, man, everybody used to want to be a cop.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now nobody wants to be a cop. You know why? Because when you roll up on that car that you pulled over for speeding, you got probably a 30 or 40% chance of that person trying to shoot you.
Jeez.
In today's world. And back when we were growing up, man, when a cop pulled you over, man, you were Johnny, super cool guy. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Because that's the way your parents brought you up. That's the way your parents told. My mom and dad used to say, if you ever get pulled over by the police and you do not cooperate and you get yourself arrested, or don't call us because we'll let you sit in there for a couple days. And when you saw a police officer and out and about, you were respectful to them. They were not only your elders, but they were the police. You were cool with them. And especially growing up in a little town, they all knew you. Like, literally, I got pulled over one time, and by the time and the guy gave me a break, he knew who I was because he knew my family. Everybody knows each other. Yeah. He pulled me over, and we had beers in the back. We were like 18. We had some beers in the back, and it was Sergeant Brumfield, and he was the biggest prick ever. He was like. And he was so mean that he talked with gritted teeth. Lumber, those kind of guys. Yeah. So he said, Clem, let me tell you something. I'm going to have you pull over here in the fairgrounds, and you're going to dump every one of those little kings on this goddamn side of the road. You hear me? And then you get your ass back home. Well, by the time I got back home, Doug Brumfield had already blown a call into Janie Cakes. And Janie Cakes, so I pull in. She's like, so what'd you do tonight? Me and Larry just drove around, went to the fun center and stuff. Anything else? No, not really. I mean, no. I think we went to McDonald's too. Anything else? Nope. Well, how about the fact that Doug Brumfield pulled you over and you had 14 little kings, and you had to dump them all out? How about that? Oh, yeah, that happened too. So sorry, Mom. Well, you're grounded. You can't. And they literally ground you
at 18.
Yeah. I mean, if you're still living in their house. Yeah. I was 18. I was just getting. I mean, I didn't move out of their house until August. This is like May. I just turned 18. Graduated high school in a month. And when you still live underneath the house, when you still live underneath your parents' house, roof, you still got to. There's still probably some rules that you got to abide by. At least back in the day, you had to abide by some rules until you lived by yourself. And one of those rules were, not to be drinking and driving.
I don't think I was ever grounded.
And so my mom grounded me for 2 weekends. Lummy, I didn't have. I had that van, my '72 Chevy van. That was my car. That was my jam. It was my dad's old '72 van, and nice. it was literally school bus yellow with a white stripe down the side of it. I could try and find a picture of it. It was a 1972 Chevy Bowman with all the seats in the back and everything. And we took the last 2 rows of seats out and put a mattress back there.
Oh.
In case we thought we might get some ass. We never used it.
Larry Plummer ever use it?
Yeah, with Tanya.
Of course.
Sure. That's what I was always trying to look back there. But so anyway, she grounded me. So I could have my car, my van. I could only use my van to go to school and back. That's it. I could not go anywhere else for 2 whole weeks. That almost killed me. And I thought maybe I could get a technicality because I was like, Larry, I can't use my car, but you can come pick me up. So I had it all planned. Larry pulls in. Mom goes, "Where do you think you're going?" I go, I'm going with Larry. She's like, nope. Just because you can't drive your car doesn't mean you can go on other people's car. Larry, thanks for swinging by and saying hi, but Bubba's not going anywhere till 2 weekends from now.
Damn.
But that's what they used to do, man.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Get in trouble.
Never grounded.
I guarantee you, this kid. Well, you never got grounded. Did you ever get your ass whipped?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Hold on. You got your ass whipped?
Oh yeah, I was spanked. But by the time that I was, I don't know, that you stopped spanking kids, probably like what, 10 or something.
Yeah,
by that time I had such a healthy fear of authority and shaming my family that I was in line till the day I left for college. My parents never had to punish me after that point because my dad, I don't want to say whoop my ass, but spanked me as a kid.
Good.
So by the time I was so scared to disappoint a teacher, to not turn in an assignment, to upset my parents.
See, Phil Hummel,
they said that I was the best teenager you could have.
Because Phil Hummel whipped that ass.
Yes, when I was a younger kid.
And he didn't even have to whip it that many. I bet you probably got less than 10 spankings your whole entire life.
They're probably about that, 10 episodes, maybe a little more.
Yeah,
throughout 3 to 10 or something like that.
And those 10 episodes molded you into the woman that you became.
Yes.
A responsible, respectful, a heed authority type person.
Yes. I mean, it got to the point where it almost worked too well. I think I told you my mom told me that I had to take off for senior ditch day. I told her I didn't want to because I would get extra credit in calculus, and she was like, "You are such a square.
Yeah, you are a square.
Please go hang out with your friends, you loser." So she called me off school. I went to the beach. But yeah, that's how that's how straight line I was.
Man, loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, my sister not so much, but.
Now, was your sister a hellion? Did she get spanked too?
She got spanked. Didn't quite work as well, and she was grounded.
It was like when I spanked Julia. She just looked at Phil and said, "Really? That's all you got, kid?"
No, she'd like scream and cry, but then my parents would try to ground her.
It didn't hurt.
No, she would scream and cry, and then and then she would be grounded. But then later, my dad would feel bad and unground her essentially. And I had told my dad, I said, that is not the move. I was like 11. I was like, that's not a good idea. She's just gonna keep doing it again. And here we are.
Man, Phil should have listened to that little snipey 11-year-old.
He just thought whatever would work with me would work with her, and we're different people.
2 different people.
Yeah.
Right. She's a hellion, a demon, if you will.
Yes, I was very scared of authority. Very.
All right, Lemmy. So here comes finally, really, Lemmy, it looks like really the dude in the red is really the only real dude that's trying to be a dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else is just being like, there's 1, 2, 3, there's like 3 women hands on. Then the guy in the brown shirt's hands on, and now Johnny Red Shirt's rolled up in here. It seems like he's getting something done here. Sorry, so he's moving the big dude over. Oh, is he a cop or something? Looks like he's reaching for a gun or like some handcuffs, doesn't it?
Whoa, Bubba, look at the top corner. The African American guy in the white shirt. If you go back a little bit more, he goes and hides. Watch.
Wait, what?
Instead of helping. When all this stuff's going on,
this is Phil. This is Phil all day.
Now watch what happens.
Because Phil Hummel
looks like a beefy dude.
But Phil Hummel told me, man, if I see a fight in the hallway, I just go shut my door. He said, I do not go in there and try to get involved. He goes, I shut my door and act like I didn't see nothing.
That's what I think he does. Watch.
He goes, oh man,
He's like, oh man, I'm looking for attention, man.
There's a guy getting beat up over there. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Should I get involved? Should I get?
But let me go around the corner.
Yeah.
Let me hide behind the woman.
Yeah, what a little bitch.
Like you're afraid, just doesn't want to touch it.
All right, so is this the guy who got arrested?
Yeah.
Stay right there.
Such a little bitch.
Got it? Mm-hmm.
Boy, he was real Johnny Tough guy when he was beating up the teacher. Knocked her cold out.
I don't want to go to jail.
Well, Brennan, look at me. Look
I
at
have more important
me.
places to be.
I understand.
He definitely has autism, I think.
Stop manhandling me. It's not like I'm
Nobody's manhandling you, Brennan.
You know, and here's the
I
thing.
mean, lock him up, but I think he's neuroatypical.
But here's the thing. In today's society, the kid just did what he did, and we saw it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then when, as they're arresting him, he says, and the police officers are not being aggressive at all. They're just handcuffing him.
And he's being compliant.
Yeah, he's being compliant, and they're not being overly aggressive. They're just handcuffing him and then going to lead him out. Like nobody hit him. Nobody pushed him around. Nobody squished him against the wall. They probably arrested him by standard operating procedure, and he was compliant. But on the way out, he's like, "Stop manhandling me." That's today's society. They just grabbing their arm and leading them to the squad car or to wherever is now a manhandle. How about how you manhandled that teacher, you little bitch?
Yeah, no kidding.
Again, I think something is wrong with him, clearly.
Clearly. But he shouldn't be above the law.
No,
They
lock
should
him up. I'm just saying he
absolutely-
probably has autism, but lock him up. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to have jails at school. Well, I mean, that's
There you
Jail
go.
at school.
Yeah,
jails at school. And you literally go to jail. And
At school.
At school. They put you in jail at school.
You want prisoners close to the kids, or
No,
I mean, there's
no, you get
students.
you have
like a holding cell?
Well, yeah, you have like like a 2 or 3 bay holding cell. Put girls in one, boys in the other. That have been a bunch of dicks. Be like, like let me. How cool would it be if you're teaching and this kid's been disruptive? You try to redirect him, ask him, please stop. He's still being a dick. You're gonna say you hit this button, Lummy, and like a guy like Pat McGovern comes,
Yeah.
and leads the guy
To jail?
to school jail.
Yeah, to a holding cell kind of thing.
School jail.
Put him in there.
Put him in there, and then bring him all his books and all of his assignments. He gets to do them from jail that day, and you bring his food in, jail style, and you get jailed.
There you go.
Please, we don't got to. I would prefer to bring, capital punishment back into the school system.
I mean, we used to,
for elementary.
Wait, corporal or capital?
I'm sorry, corporal.
I mean, we used to have,
I mean, wherever you're
lopping off heads.
I'm not gonna behead kids, but I like to whip that ass. I think clear up until 7th. I think up until 8th grade, from like 4th grade to 8th grade, for those 4 years, you're at such a developmental period that if a teacher glad hands you and talks you to death, you could really end up being a different person than if you got that ass lit up a few times and you knew that there was repercussions for you being a smart ass.
Oh yeah.
If the repercussions for you lipping off and being a dick and being disruptive is just a little timeout, Willie, well, just like Anna's dad, figured out when he went and ungrounded her sister, it never worked because she was a little disruptive biatch.
Mm-hmm.
So my school had in-school
But Anna
suspension.
never.
I was very scared of disappointing people, still am, and getting in trouble, fear of authority. I was scared of it all, so I was in line like a mother effer.
I
went to college and everything changed.
I think the state should issue each principal a state like they all have the same paddles. Like you can't go out and buy a weighted paddle, and the state sends you your paddle.
Yeah.
So it's all the same.
Okay.
And it's really not that heavy duty. Maybe it's even made out of plastic. Down, it's so it's not nearly. It's not. And then
you can take it a step further and just have one of those robo spanker things where it's the same pressure and speed on each one. So then
I think you're now making it a sex toy.
Well, I mean,
you get robo spanked. Hey, Mom.
What if they like it?
I went down to the principal's office today. I got robo spanked and got a boner.
And then the parents start showing
and
up.
I didn't know, it was supposed to be. I was supposed to be getting in trouble, but I'm going to get in trouble every day so I can get robo spanked because I caught a boner on the deal.
Oh.
Next thing you know, Johnny's trying to be the most disruptive kid in class because he gets a robo spanked.
Yeah, and then I guess you can get the females that are, 17, 18, and it'd probably be problems.
No, I didn't say I see 8th grade's when you cut it off. You can't start. You can't spank kids in high school.
Why not?
I don't think you can.
Then it becomes like a sexual thing.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit. It's kind of that, and it's also like now the boys are tougher.
Yeah.
And you can't.
So, have a taser.
Yeah.
Tase that ass.
You can't.
Why not?
Well,
if you told the guy, okay, grab the table, and you laid one in him, and the guy turned around and go, really?
And you go,
and then you tase him right in the face.
No, stop. you know you can't.
But
let me, like when you're in 7th and 8th grade, you're still kind of a little boy, and a man can still put a heat getter on your ass.
Yeah, that's true. We had in-school suspension, and they put us in these like little cubicles for the whole day, and we couldn't get up. And we had to do schoolwork the whole time, and
we had in-school suspension too, but it was after school, and it was just you had to stay in this one classroom and be quiet for like an hour.
Oh, ours was the whole school day. You had to sit in this cubicle and not talk to anyone.
Well, I think we had that too. I just never was that.
You were never that bad?
No, I was a good kid.
Oh wow,
okay.
I
just didn't get caught on a lot of stuff, but I was a.
That doesn't mean by default you're a good kid.
I'm
a good
kid. I'm a good kid.
But okay.
We don't have any guests today, do we, Lummy?
Oh, no, we do not.
Oh, perfect. No, Anna, Anna, I won the Principal's Award at Madison Elementary.
Are you able to dupe them too?
This break gives Bubba time to Monty up on an unsuspecting member of the support staff.
I walk up on him, I bear hug him, bite him in the shoulder.
Jesus!
Bubba the Love Sponge returns after this.
Baby.
It was only a teacher's aide. Ouch.
The woman that got fucked up.
Yeah.
That bitch flew. That is a big motherfucker. 6'6", 270. Man, if you're gonna have a kid with autism, you hope he's not built like that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's not the best.
Yeah.
Iggy, 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 can't you see?
Hi, Egg.
Sometimes your biceps get to me.
What's up, Iggy?
Iggy.
What's up, Big Red? Good morning. Good morning, Jay Gator. Iggy.
You got this for a second?
Yeah. Morning on the smoke show. Scratch my throat. Mortar. Ooh, is that a new person? Alan Bowling. Good day. What's up, Lil Wilbur? Cooper Lips. Big Red. See you tomorrow. Like hot bouncer. Good day. Jacket. What's up, Snizook? Bouncer. The noise is me. The noise is me. No, I'm good, Big Red. I'll be fed. Thank you very much. Worry about the meat eaters, but thank you for asking.
You are about to enter the Bubba Spin Zone. Are you sure you want to do this?
Toss the salad.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Thank you to everybody that went and downloaded the 2 new podcasts that we offered for this week. Anywhere you get your podcasting, Apple, Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, doesn't matter. Type in the Bubba Army or Bubba Army Podcast and it'll come up. I think we're in episode, we're in the 900s now, I think.
Oh, yeah, like 960 something?
Yeah. But to do and maybe now I think we're going to hit 6 million way before we hit 1,000 shows. But anyway.
Awesome.
We're offering less on the podcast, like stuff that you can find like on Facebook.
It's more exclusive.
Yes, it's far more exclusive. And in fact, if you were looking at our X, our Twitter/X yesterday, Lummy, you saw that I made the announcement.
Oh, yes.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
And I hope that everybody here has a good attitude about this, okay? I mean, we probably need to have like a little staff meeting prior to him getting here, but I don't want anybody to be intimidated or try to be mean to him or try to just be negative. I feel as if we are, kind of in a negative mode right now. And I don't know if that's the most healthiest mode to be in when with Seth coming back. We already know that he has mental issues. We know that. And so, Lummy, Seth is returning. I'm still working out, I'm still kind of working out Seth's schedule.
Oh, okay.
He won't be on the air every day. He'll be on the air, maybe 2 times a week. And then him and I are going to do Clem Kush as an exclusive podcast. So, I think right now he's just locked in on the Monday podcast, Wednesday, everything, the show, and then the podcast. And then we're going to do Clem Kush
Starting next week?
No, I don't know when. I don't know when.
Okay.
Soon.
Cool.
But I don't know about next week. Maybe the week after. And so Lummy is he'll be here Monday for the After Hours podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll be here Wednesday for the 6 to 10 show. And then you're going to break off and do your sports gimmick.
Yeah.
And him and I are going to break off and do Clem Kush.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Then, maybe some Fridays. I got to talk to Dan about Dan's Friday schedule. I may adjust Dan's Friday schedule to maybe 2 Fridays a month and not 4. Is that gonna freak him out?
I'm sure. Yeah, Dan.
Have you heard? Because I've kind of been very transparent on kind of what I'm doing, including the announcing of Seth Kushner coming back to the show on Twitter yesterday. Lummy, that got like 30,000 views. Did you see that?
Yeah, it did really well.
Yeah. So, Seth's going to be like a utility dude. He'll be on the air some. And then, Lummy, I got Lasker that wants to come in.
Nice.
I got Tuttle that wants to come in. I got Hatley. Nice. So, and then obviously I got Seth. So, I may have to, maybe ask Dan to relinquish, or not. I'm not asking him nothing. I'm telling him that, maybe taking 2 Fridays from him, because Dan's just getting a little. I don't know. Dan's just getting a little much for me. I've thought long and hard about this and read several emails and all types of people. Dan needs to chill out a little bit. Now, is there anybody? Does anybody agree with me, or am I the only one, or do some people agree with me and you're just afraid to agree with me for the wrath of Dan?
Are you asking us or you're asking chat?
Everybody.
Okay.
But mostly you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
I think Dan needs to chill it out a little bit. I think Dan's kind of got in a little bit of a Dan rut, meaning like, I think Dan's kind of got into it a little bit of an aggressive rut. Would that be fair to say? Or are you guys all going to be a bunch of pussies?
Well, I remember when you read those emails.
And I've been listening.
Seems like from then.
Yeah.
Those are options. We either agree with you or we're pussies.
Yeah. You either agree with me.
Yeah, that really makes us feel comfortable to come forward and tell you what we think.
Well, see, why does everybody see? Here's the bad thing about here's what I am a little disappointed about in the show, in the fact that, like, why do you got to be afraid of Dan? Like, why can't you just say
we're afraid of Dan? We're afraid of you.
So if you think I'm wrong. Then you're saying, no, Bubba, Dan's the man, and he's not talking over you, and he doesn't try to take over every conversation, and he doesn't try to make, everything about him, and, he's just perfect. Dan's perfect.
Well, it's not about being right or wrong. It's just, do you want him here? I like it when Dan's here.
No. Let's not get it. I love it. I like when Dan's here.
Mm-hmm.
Dan just has got a little full of himself lately, and I need to kind of de-Dan it a little bit. I need a little bit of a Dan reprieve. I need him to back down what he's doing on Monday and Tuesday a little bit. Needs to stay. I mean, I'll have to talk with him a little bit, and then Fridays, maybe half as much. And so, and I'm looking at chat, and everybody's, oh, you're wrong. All right, well, then we'll just go ahead and let Dan continue to be do what he's doing. But I ain't gonna have
No, I think having a conversation with Dr. Dan, kind of letting him know how you're feeling, even if you do back him down 2 times a month, I think that definitely will wake Dr. Dan up. I think he does overtalk because I think he's so smart and he's trying so hard to get the information out.
1,200 milligrams of caffeine at any given moment.
Well, hold on.
The
now.
monsters
coming from an overtalker, because I am one.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And damn, that sucks. I guess no surprise. Bubba lied. He said yesterday on the show that Seth wouldn't be on the main show, and now he's locked in. What? You guys are just a bunch of little bitches.
I don't remember you saying.
I can change my show.
You said limited capacity.
Yeah,
You said
I don't
work him
remember
in
you
slowly.
saying that he wasn't going to be on the morning show.
I never said that.
I think you just said to start he would do an after show, but he is on Monday. Yeah.
It's just you guys, and I am guilty of looking at chat. Now you know I don't look at chat because you guys are just really.
Actually,
you guys are really a bunch.
Stay away from chat.
You guys are really a bunch of dicks.
To be honest, what you said was he would be Wednesdays or Fridays, because when we were talking about Dan, you said it's either going to be Seth, Lasker, Tuttle, or Brent in those spots for the morning show. So you never said Seth wouldn't be on the morning show.
Right. And listen, I got a it's a couple things. One, this whole show is my show. Let's not forget that. My show.
What is it called?
It's called the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Oh.
It's been around since in this type of format, it's been around since 1996. When it's, spoken word, monologue, men-based / skewing talk radio.
Almost 28 years.
Yes, 28 years. And I've had, oh my God, how many different lineups?
A lot.
I mean, the original one was me, Guido, Manson, and Cowhead. Mm-hmm. There's lineup 1. Then lineup 2 is add Spice Boy. And so then lineup 3 is get rid of Cowhead and put Brent in there. So is that 3 or 4?
3.
That's 3. And then 4 would be we got fired and Spice Boy continued to work and me and Manson and I paid Manson and Brent. So that's probably 4.
For like 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years.
And then started Sirius that way.
Right. And then 5, we started Sirius with me, Manson, and Brent only.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 would be Spice Boy came back after he got fired from Clear Channel, right?
Yes.
Then 7 would be probably Spice Boy leaving, and I think I put 25 in there. I put somebody in there.
Was it Shannon?
Might have put Shannon in there.
You put Shannon in
Let's
first.
call Shannon. All right, so is that 6 or 7 or 5?
6.
It's 6.
6. And Bubba, you might want to do all this. It might backfire. Oh, yes, Rob Green, you're right. It's going to, Jesus, I'm not going to be beholden to you guys. I'm only going to go by what my gut says and the feelings that I have.
What is your gut telling you?
My gut's telling me that I need to tweak my lineup a little bit because I get mad and I'm just for a lot of different reasons.
Okay.
Then Brent left and you brought your sister in.
Then Brent left and brought would that be 7 or 8?
7.
7.
Then Tom Bean fired her.
Then
Shannon left.
And then 25 came in.
Yep.
So that's 8.
Yep.
Right. And then Janessa?
Well, then, yeah. Then
Tuttle?
Tara,
Then Tuttle.
Well, yeah, Tara left.
Then Tara left.
Well,
and
was
then,
fired.
And then Tuttle full time, right? With Trace.
Well, yeah, because Tara left. Shannon was still there. You brought Tuttle in, and then Shannon left.
Right.
And that's another lineup.
So
and then Trace came in.
All right, so give me the number right now.
So you're technically at 10.
10.
Yep.
Then I think we had Janessa in here.
Well, then Manson left, and you brought Janessa in.
All right, so that's what, 11?
11.
Then, now it gets interesting.
Well,
then Janessa left.
Well, then Janessa was here, and then you brought me in on the side.
All right,
on the side table. That's 12.
That's 12.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And then what?
Then Janessa left, and you brought in Seth.
Right, that's 13.
Yep.
Then Blitz was, well, you got to put him in there. A lineup.
And Rob Gargiulo.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, that was with the Shan. Like those are the. I was saying
he was not really
a
co-host. He was really just a chimer.
Okay. Oh, I got
so
you.
put Blitz in there. That's a lineup. So what are we at? 17 now.
14.
14. We at 14.
Yeah, 14.
All right. So then.
Then Anna comes in.
Then didn't Seth come before Anna?
We did that.
Yeah, the Seth one we counted.
All right. Then
Anna comes in.
So is that 18?
15.
15.
And then Seth left, and you brought in Dr. Dan and Babyface.
Right. Dan was here when I was here.
Well, yeah, but saying then it was a different lineup.
Okay.
So that's what, 18?
16.
16, 17.
Technically, there's been about 17, 18 lineup changes.
Right.
Between COVID and all the
don't
different
forget
stuff.
Tyler.
He was never on the main show.
Yeah, he was never on. He just worked here. He wasn't. He was just chimer in her. If
you had him on the mic a few times.
If he could stay awake.
taking naps
Right.
on the job.
Lily taking
Yeah,
naps.
blanket in the back.
I know. It's like
You had to make sure he was first in the car line.
you had to make sure. Yeah.
Think of his
So
baby girlfriend.
listen, you know what? I'm just gonna. Why keep rewarding for those that left under not such great terms or walked out? You know why, Hemingway? Because I really think the guy bounces pretty good off of me.
Oh,
And
he does. That's a fact.
And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for funny, not critical, and necessarily so political. I'm looking for funny. I'm looking to bring a little funny back. Okay, a little less.
You're bringing funny back.
A little less. Dan throwing a fit, talking over me. And the reason why Dan talks over me is because this, and I'm guilty of it. When you're the boss, like he is at the Plastic Surgery Center, it's obviously Diaco Plastic Surgery, Institute, and the second in charge at Diaco Law, and the head of his household, and pretty much maybe the head of his family. Dan, doesn't really have to worry about talking over people because he's the number one guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, here at work, I'm very, very, very bad about talking over people, including guests and what have you, because I'm wired as if like I'm the number one guy. This is my show, and whatever I got to say is the most important. It needs to be heard first, and then everybody else can shuffle it all in. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that's the way talk show hosts, not just me, are wired. And I don't know how many times I'm talking, and like literally, we get like 5-6 seconds of him and I talking together, and I'm thinking he's going to back down, but he won't. So then I back down, or eventually he backs down, but it makes for kind of an uncomfortable deal. So why can't we just be happy with, okay, so realistically, this is what really is happening. I'm going to bring Seth in on Wednesdays. For this particular show that you're listening to right now, for this show, for the morning show, so to speak, the 6 to 10 show, the main show that we do, I'm bringing Seth in on Wednesdays, and I might cut down Dan's Fridays. I might. That's it. Is that enough for you to flip out? Start calling me names, telling me I don't know what I'm doing. You're not going to send me any more money. You will not support the show. Is it really worth all that? Don't you have any faith in me at all? I mean, listen, I liked Seth. He quit. I didn't fire him. He quit. He's a flake. He'll be the first one to tell. Listen,
I like how you're hiring someone that you're like, he's a flake.
I'm
not reliable.
We got to be honest with each
He's out
other.
of his mind.
We got to be honest with each other.
But he's good at what he does.
Seth will tell you right now, he is absolutely a flake. He is absolutely, a very volatile, very, insecure, very just could go crazy and have a meltdown at any time. But I think that we did some pretty good radio. And that's what I'm into. Doing good content. Having good co-hosts to engage me and to be funny and to get a couple little one-liners in here and there. And to in yourself, have a little bit of shtick. So again, I'm bringing Seth in on Wednesdays, and even at this point, Lummy, I've still not taken any Fridays away from Dan, and I don't know that I necessarily will initially.
So is Dan coming tomorrow?
Yeah,
He's still scheduled.
yeah, of course he is still scheduled, and I'll have to talk to him about But as of now, the only difference is going to be that Seth's going to be on the Wednesday show. That's it. And him and I are going to fire up Clem and Kush on the podcasting world, but that doesn't affect the majority of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry.
Monday. He'll be on the Monday podcast.
Yeah, he'll be on the Monday.
Yeah.
Well, not this coming Monday.
No,
but,
no. I'm just saying that would be his schedule.
We're gonna add him to the Monday podcast. He'll be on the Wednesday morning show,
Followed by Clement Kush.
followed by him and I taping Clem and Kush, and maybe a Friday here and there, but not as of now. That's it. That's it. I'm giving him 20 hours or less, and I'm not paying him a lot. I had I've had all the conversations with him. Listen, you quit last time. I don't like how that went down. I don't like how you just arbitrarily, and you made it about money. And he did. He made it about money, and and he is sorry. And he is like, and he went out to L.A. and they screwed him out there. And he came back to Tampa and was going to do the Lightning called him about about the Chirpin podcast deal, and he was all cool with that because he loves that. And then Cox put the squash on it because they own the broadcast rights to the Lightning, and so that really screwed him. And he now understands what he had in us. I mean, Rhett quit and came back.
Yes, he did.
It's not a wonder Anna hasn't quit and come back. Let me. I don't know.
Me to?
No, I'm just saying, quitting here
is cool,
and it doesn't mean necessarily that you won't come back.
I think it's kind of how it goes down.
Not
obviously.
really. I mean, no. For the most part, most people don't quit then come back, but we do. But we do have instances of that. Hatley might be one. Right?
Sounds like you're trying to work him back. Did he quit though, or I don't really know what happened?
No, he resigned because he had another offer.
He had a wife that was making.
Well, no, she wasn't making that kind of money back then.
Oh, okay.
And Brent and I had been together for 13 years, and it was just time for a change. We were kind of both on each other's nerves a little bit, and we really didn't start I really appreciated Brent after he was gone for 4 or 5 months. I'm like, man,
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Exactly. So, I hope chat is a little bit more, cooler about it, and you guys just aren't always, what? And I wish as I try to figure out the lineup and get a better feel, and less of a critical, always trying to squirrel me in a negative type way. Feeling that I have on the show. I wish I could get my head wrap. I wish I could somehow train or ask chat to be nicer.
I mean,
good luck with that.
Yeah, it's like they're just like a bunch of dicks. Like, for real. If you don't like the show, you don't like the changes I'm making to the show, then just why don't you go away? And then the people that
keep sending us money, right?
But the people
thumbs ups and subscribe.
But then they say, then they think that their contribution's going to be the one that makes it so that I can't make the power bill.
Yeah.
So listen, I have a very close circle of about 20 people that are the largest contributors to the show that I call the inner circle. Those are truly my customers. I mean, all of you listeners are my customers.
But
from asking you to follow us on YouTube to asking us to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. It's a constant telethon, and I'm constantly trying to make myself feel better about this telethon. And I do ask Lummy, the inner circle, about these changes.
Of course,
I did. I specifically asked the inner circle a few different questions a couple days ago to try to get kind of a lay of the land as to what the big slinging D's in our financial world thought.
And their consensus was to work Seth in?
They liked what I'm doing.
Okay.
They agreed with everything that I'm doing.
Central Florida Fishing Channel 999 Super Chat.
I ask you a question about how the inner circle operates. Do they often disagree with you? Ever?
Will they do?
Okay.
They do.
Do they tell you if they think what you're doing is not the right move?
Yep.
Or especially is it just a bunch of yes men?
Especially Joe from the West Side. Like, I got some hard asses in there.
Oh, okay.
And
good.
Shivering Sarah Niz, Biz, he's a former brain surgeon. He'll lay it right on out too.
Yeah.
He will. I mean, yeah, for real.
COVID
and I'll tell you another stiff one.
Yeah.
Iggy won't tell you what you want to hear.
Okay.
And Iggy will be like, I know you're gonna get mad at me, and I hope I don't get barred from 199. But no, I think you're wrong on that one. No, you get
pushback.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Cool. I was just wondering how that worked.
Now there's Creatine Travis is never gonna push back,
no, of
and
course
Big
not.
Rad,
Yeah, usually not.
You know, you got the Joe from the West Side. You got the Scotty Landers, the Cable Dogs, the Greg. You know who gives me great advice? Greg and Amy.
Really?
And Scout and Big Gulp. I guess
yeah.
lesbians don't play.
No, they don't.
Lesbians do not care whether they hurt your feelings or not. You got to think lesbians, they've been made fun of all their life for the most part. You think they're going to
Really?
start? Well, I mean, you think
Back in the day.
think about when Scout and Big Gulp were probably coming through the lesbian ranks. It wasn't nearly. I mean, they're in their 40s now. It's not nearly as big of a thing now as it was when they were probably, you know, say 15, 20 years ago trying to be a lesbian. I don't even know that you could be as open about it back then as you can now. I mean, it's super cool now, right?
Oh, of course.
Like, it ain't no problem at all.
Almost to the point where we hate straight people.
Another break gone horribly wrong.
Dude, you are sick, okay? Just go see a doctor.
Bubba the Love Sponge returns after this.
Oh, he is?
I'm sorry, 8:15. 8:15.
I think I'm staying on time, though.
You're way on time.
Oh, like a hockey game?
That was hockey and they lost. They suck.
What was the Monday night game? Did the Bills blow it?
Yeah, they lost to the Broncos.
Didn't that guy lose like $2 million or something?
I bet heavy on the Broncos, and guess what? The Broncos won.
Yay!
Vegas couldn't even predict that.
money.
Broncos
Make your own money.
to kick the field goal and beat them.
Bolts suffer back to back.
Morning, Permagon. Morning, Rob Green. Fin 202R. Nacho for sending nuts. Doing what you're doing. Nacho. Brian from Philly. Central Florida. Oh, thank you, Cooper. I would appreciate that. It's probably super small though. Good morning, Felix Cat. Permaground.
I might even read what they're saying on me. Are they being mean? Yeah. Say it.
They're arguing back and forth right now. The pros and the negatives are just going back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just a piece of shit.
Oh no, it's not about you, Bob. Everyone be nice. Rudy J. Lachoga 2011. Good chase. True Paul Bird.
What's up, Nick the Gun Guy?
Oh, no,
Good morning,
it's
Felix.
Nick the
How are you
Gun Guy,
doing
good morning.
today? What's up, Red Wave? Nick the Gun Guy.
Congratulations, Brian from Philly, for taking the lead yesterday. $5.
Whenever you abbreviate Nick the Gun Guy's name, it makes me very uncomfortable.
NTGG? Why is that?
I don't know. My astigmatism acts up, and I just see something else.
On the T?
Yeah,
Does it
it
go like-
just, I'm like, oh, that's a T.
Does the T go like this?
Yeah, in my mind. Well, actually, it gets in my mind. I see like a bottom line on the T,
Oh.
and then yeah, so that makes me a little uncomfortable. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think it just.
Well, at least he has his priorities in order.
Great. What do we do with them now?
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
What do you got so far? You got Bob Cook.
Rich the Mark, Wizzy.
It's just fine. We got our regulars.
Yeah.
The only one that's no longer a regular is Florida Stanley.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Guess what?
What?
Florida Stanley's dead to me.
I'm sorry. So very, very sorry that I stooped to near troll level and besmirched your name and integrity. I acted like a buffoon, a dolt, a wedge if you will, and I will correct myself immediately.
I thought you were in that cat. Why would you talk to me like that?
I'm sorry that I said you talk out of your ass. We all know the only thing that hears you talk out of that ass is Dion's tub drain. Oh, sorry.
Bet I could whip your ass, you little 110-pound fucking.
I'm sorry. I said you couldn't whoop anyone's ass. You would whoop my 110-pound fucking ass.
And I probably can't whip anybody's ass. You don't have to fucking bring it up. I mean, I am. I'm the god of the Bubba Army.
Well, you are Bubba.
Right. The brand is Bubba.
Stanley Army. I'm sorry. I was on vacation, maybe on shrooms, and made a dumb post on Facebook. Maybe Macho Man will see me as a chipmunk instead of a weasel if he was on the same shrooms I was, while making that post. Anna, thank you for defending me. I love you for that. I was not sober while making that post. Although not an excuse, nonetheless. Well, first one of the day.
Stanley the Cyber, $100. Love you, Bob.
It's all about money for you. Sometimes it's not about money in life. Sometimes you heard me.
Even though I've only donated $3,291.57 over the last 365 days,
Not you. Not you.
I'm willing to still give so much more because I love my dear, cult-leading, arm striation having, salt of the earth man, Bubba the Love Sponge, who could whip my ass any day of the week.
Hold on.
Can you please ever forgive me for what I've done? I promise you won't get any more calls about guns from Chief Sheriff Carmine.
Today's after show, just going to be a standard after show. Me, Anna, Lummy. I haven't heard much from the filthy ginger at all today with that godlike mic processing that he has. Ginge, are you over there, Kip?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
You sound like you're in a bad mood.
No, I'm in a great mood. I'm busy. I'm working on
You're
stuff.
just marveling in how unbelievable that mic processing that you got is.
Quality over quantity, I think, is what they say, right?
He doesn't want to burn it out, Bubba.
Yeah, I don't want to
With his
overdo
nonsense.
it. Just because I hear it, and it just resonates so well, and it's just so everything that what wish my stupid ass tinny mic sounded. That's the best mic processor we have in the entire building. Was at one time, Seth? Rhett, was that mic processor just was it even
buried?
Was it buried like in just some parts?
I think it was. I think it was on one of the shelves back here. When
Good
we were
thing
cleaning
Macho
it up.
didn't throw it away.
Yeah, like your trapper keeper.
Yeah, and some other stuff probably.
We are, Lummy, it looks like we're 125, or no, I'm sorry. We're 99,865. What's that put us at as far as hitting our 100,000th follower on our YouTube? YouTube at The Bub Army. Can you do that math, Lummy, real fast?
What was it, 19,000?
135.
Yep, 135.
Jeez.
So we're 100. God, we're 135
Might be by
away.
the end of the day.
And you know what's going to happen is they're just going to kill me, rather than just everybody going to YouTube today and giving me my wishes a day early.
Oh.
You're going to string it out, clear till tomorrow, Lummy. I don't have an after show, the Anna Hummel show, and you know what? I probably even during my show, by the time I get done with the show at 10. It will probably be like 5 to 10 away.
99,998.
Yeah, and then
134 away now.
we lose some people.
No, we gained.
No, getting closer to the goal, Bubba.
I mean, with these changes and all this kind of deal, people are hating. So, Rhett, a couple things I want to talk about. One is lighthearted, and the other one is very, very, very sad and very heavy-hearted. And as we sit here and bitch about the show and the potential changes, and Seth's coming back, and he's a piece of crap, and Snowflake doesn't have his mentals or his chickens or anything. He didn't have anything straight. And just a lot of people are saying that. We all should be at least thankful that we're here today, present, alive. Maybe times aren't very good for you right now. Maybe you're having money issues. Maybe you're having relationship issues. Maybe you're having, relationship with your son type issues. Like, look at all the things I got going on.
Yeah.
But I'm still healthy, and I still have the ability to come in and do a show, whether you like it or not, or whoever I surround myself with.
Stanley the Sniper, $100.
Oh, thank you.
Is he sniping me?
No.
Sniping my top? I had to just kick my leg around so I could get my butthole in a different position.
Nice little itch.
I just got that.
Prolapsed. Rectal prolapse.
I got a prolapse.
You got the duck lips.
I got a prolapsed rectum.
Mm.
So one of the good things that we do have going on around here at the Bubba Radio Network is that we are our own bosses, and we don't have to answer to anybody, right?
Yes.
I don't think we have to answer to anybody.
I mean, we have to answer to you.
Yeah,
Of
just
course.
you.
But you don't have. You're the apex predator.
No, but okay. So I do have to, I have to answer to Tom Bean a little bit, and I have to, I have to be responsible. I have to make sure that my affiliates, John Cracchiola and Stevie and Shane and Lynn from Phoenix, and of course Bruce and Woody from Tampa. So I guess you could call that maybe answering to them, but making sure that they're happy.
Of course,
and
yeah.
with the show and things like that. But for the most part, we've all done radio and other scenarios and in other environments, and this is the most, this is the coolest environment to be able to do radio. Most radio is from a corporate. I mean, if you look just here in Tampa, you got Cox, you got Beasley, you got iHeart, you got Salem, which is just right on over. Let me. Did you know that Salem they've been over there for years?
I did not know that until last year.
They've been here, yeah. So, you have your three big ones, and I've worked for all three. And it's like you go to a big building, like iHeart's new building, Lummy, is the old 98 Rock building in Feather Sound. It's the that Pods building on Almerton?
Yes.
It's the one beside it.
Oh.
And they're on the 6th floor.
With Hot Meredith.
No, that's Beasley.
Yeah.
She's on Beasley.
Okay.
That's where now, and the reason why is iHeart's having financial issues, so they sold that big ass monstrosity of a property they had at 4002, and they, like, for what they made in profit on that building at 4002, they're able to pay 15, 20 years worth of rent at where they are now. So for cash flow reasons, because all radio companies right now are heavily, heavily cash flow strapped. In fact, there's bankruptcy rumblings for Cumulus. Again, this will be their second or third. Audacity, which was former CBS, they're getting ready to file bankruptcy. They're saying that iHeart might have to restructure their original bankruptcy. They're now saying that Beasley may be filing for bankruptcy. The only radio company that seems to not be having to file for bankruptcy, although I know the Cox's radio division is way down. Their parent company, Apollo Global, is a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, holdings / hedge fund company, so they don't have to worry about money. But they are scaling back, and they're not making money. And so, we don't have to worry about any of that. We don't have to worry about anything corporate at all. When you used to walk around corporate radio, as all you have, I don't think Lummy ever did.
No.
But Anna and Rhett have, and certainly Macho Man. I mean, you can't just run as loose over there as you can here. Right?
No.
I mean, this is more like a fraternity house.
Yeah.
And we're so fortunate to be able to. And let's also look at the fact that we can make a living digitally. I don't know that anybody in Tampa radio, and Tampa terrestrial radio, the big ones, the Orlandos, the Caltas, I don't know anybody else. Quite frankly, the Joey franchises.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
I mean, John Sinning and Drew, who I care for tremendously, but I don't know that they have niched out a digital world at all, where they could pay their salaries from the proceeds they make digitally. Could Calta support all of his team for his what he has established digitally? I don't think so.
I do not think so.
I don't think Orlando could. I think all these guys got about 2,500 to 3,500 subscribers on YouTube, and I don't know, I don't know where they could be making any money digitally from their Instagrams to their Twitters to their Facebooks I can't see where they have any content, years and years and years worth of content ready for you to be able to consume where they can make money. And we have that. In fact, I think we're the only radio personalities that still have a terrestrial radio, and we have a terrestrial presence in Tampa on AM 820. And then what's the repeaters, Macho Man? It's 98.3, I think, in Pinellas. And I think it's like 96.7 in Hillsborough.
You got it.
And the 98.3 in Pinellas is pretty damn strong. Like, you can get that St. Pete to Palm Harbor. For real.
Down into Sarasota, too, as well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty damn good signal. But out of every radio personality in Tampa, who could be doing what we're doing? We're not only the type of show in this type of environment, but more importantly, being able to be self-sufficient monetarily to be able to pay everybody a competitive and I know Macho Man, I do have a couple of radio people that listen to the show, and they said, Rhett's mic is noticeably nicer than yours. I'm just saying. He's a guy in radio, knows how to listen to the tones. But like, what other, we and everybody here, listen, let me just say this. Everybody here deserves to make more money. I wish I could pay you more. But I don't think that you're that grossly underpaid working here than if you were working at where you came from. Like, Anna, what I'm thinking is I think that you make more money here than you did at Cox.
Yes.
Red, I think that might be the same thing for you too.
Yes.
And Mach, I know that you're making more money than what Bruce was paying you. I choose to have no more further comments about that. Oh yeah, that was one thing we're not supposed to be talking about, Bubba. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, you're competitively getting paid in a really cool environment, and we're the only show that can really support itself. You got to think we got to pay for the mortgage, we got to pay for the light bill, we got to pay for. We got payroll.
No, of course.
We got trash, we got insurance, we got
Seth coming back.
Internet, and man, some of those. Macho Man, you've seen some of those. In Operation, we can do it, but we really can't do it. Now you got to do it. There's some hefty bills I've paid. You know what I'm saying? Remember we had to pay $10,000 to get the building rewired. We've had some pretty big curveballs, and the equipment too that we're having to buy. So all of that figures into the business. And I'm just so very thankful. As much as you bitch and moan and say the show sucks and you're going to quit it, thank God that I have just an unbelievable amount of other people that will, respect my decision in tweaking the lineup a little bit and continue to support the show. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless.
God bless.
Now over to a bad thing and then back over to a sad thing.
The full gamut of emotions.
Sure,
here.
Exactly. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, at the Bubba Army, and make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe immediately. Please don't make me be like a little bitch and beg tomorrow at 9:45 for 5 more people to go on my YouTubes, making me sound stupid. Please just let me wake up tomorrow morning when I wake up at like 2:30 or 2:45. Actually, guess what? You know why I'm a little shot out? Because I've been up since 12:07.
And went to the gym, pumped it up.
Went to the gym, spent 3 hours at the gym.
What?
But didn't gym it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Probably out of the 3 hours, gymmed it for an hour 45, and then Lummy went and leather conditioned all the pads and took like my Lucas Toolbox buddy and sprayed all the cables and mopped it. And, just really, really gave it a good cleaning.
Awesome.
So did that. Got back at my apartment about 4, ate a little breakfast, which kind of messed up my fast. And then, got here at, 5 o'clock.
John from Naples, $20 on the Cash App.
124 subs away now.
Yeah.
Gained 20 subs in the last 5 minutes.
Thank you. It's all that belly aching me like, Jesus, God, just as long as he stops about it, I'll go get 4 more GWell accounts just to get him to shut up. Can't take it much a minute longer. So anyway, one of the reasons why you'd want to follow us on our YouTube channel at The Bubba Army is because we put cute little stuff up too. Not just of the show or Anna Hummel's Friday show or Lummy's little sports show or, Lummy's Goat Report or my drive-through food review or various other contents that's exclusive to YouTube, but also the problem that we've discovered about Rhett's wiener dog. Now, my dog is fixed. My dog is named Bella, and if you're looking here in the picture, you'll see Bella, and she's laying down, and that's, by the way, that's upstairs in the merch watchtower, Lummy.
Yes, it is.
In the gun turret. Merch Creek watchtower. And so she'll bring Bella up there when she gets here, and then her and Rhett either text or whatever, and I think that Like Scout makes a mad dash for those stairs.
That's the first thing she does when she goes through that door, or if I put her down in the
right.
Or if I put her down in the parking lot, she'll immediately run to the back to that gate,
right,
and then crawl under the gate.
Right. So she's just Erica has been like a couple hours a day when she's here. If she brings Bella, she'll go down to Rhett, and they have this little doggy playtime, and they actually play toys together, and they actually are pretty damn cute, and the wiener dog knows its role. The wiener dog knows it can snip and bite at the big pit bull, and then sometimes the big pit bull has to tell the little wiener dog, "Okay, I've had enough." And the little wiener dog kind of, this Bella goes like, "Arr!" And the little wiener dog's smart, but the little wiener dog has got is a sexual predator.
It's a predator.
Now, mind you, the wiener dog's a girl and my dog's a girl. Watch this wiener dog hump. Like, I don't know, where did this dog pick this up from?
My mom's dogs.
So your mom's dogs are like boy dogs, and they're just always trying to hump something?
It's one boy dog and two girl dogs, and the boy dog, whose name is Noodle, is a serial humper.
Really?
Yeah.
And so Scout has picked up this humping. Here we go.
Little air hump.
Yeah, so Merch Crick told me about it one day, and I'm like, listen.
It's already funny to me.
Just get me a video of it. She's like, Bubba, you wouldn't understand. Bella will go to my room, and we'll be up there, and Scout, they'll be playing, and then all of a sudden Scout will mount her and start humping, and she'll hump anything. She'll hump a tail. She'll hump a leg. Like, she'll hump a face.
She'll hump me right before bed. Like, I'll lay down, and she'll jump on my arm and try and mount me, and I have to throw her off.
Oh, interesting.
We didn't quite know it was getting taken at home.
Sorry, right?
I mean, she's
peanut butter game.
No. Put a little peanut butter somewhere else, right?
Yeah, right. Hold on, here we go. Why? Now, this is completely like, usually it's the big dog. This is like, this is kind of like what Rhett's into. Rhett would be the wiener dog, and the African-American girl would be Bella. Like, size difference.
Interesting.
Wise. And this kind of represents how you roll a little bit, Rhett. A little bit.
A little bit.
There we go.
A little bit.
Now watch. So they're not seeing. Now, Bella said, "Get off me!" Right? Now watch. Comes back around. Let me see if I'll go over here.
Wow, she's really fearless.
Going over here.
Getting in her face.
No, Scout.
So Merch Crick has
no.
Yeah. She's trying to. Well, Scout's trying to bite a
some
shirt.
Merchandise.
Yeah. Trying to bite a $12 shirt.
No, Scout.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
All right, fine. I'll go back to humping.
All right. No biting on the new shirts. Then let me hump your dog. Watch. Here we go. Ready?
I'm leaving here with something.
Look,
yeah.
Now it really looks like Scout's really trying to mount up.
Oh,
I think Scout might be trans.
I mean, yeah, and Bella's
Thinks
like,
it's a
listen,
boy dog.
I'm not gonna bite you, but I'm gonna show you my teeth. Quit mounting me.
She just takes after her namesake.
I'm not a mounter. I don't like to be mounted by a wiener dog. So look, get off me. Look, mount. Like, oh.
All right. Well, I'll get you where you can't get me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, see, I see. I wish Bella. Hold on. Look. And even when Bella's profusely trying to like snap, like stop, she just can't help she can't help the hump. Ready? Watch.
Oh, I see a little face.
Oh, I think she does hump the face. Okay. I'm gonna come around back
Nothing
here.
to see here.
Nothing to see here. Okay, how you doing?
All right, you're watching me.
Here. Okay, let me lay
We can
down.
be friends.
We can be friends. How you doing? Yeah, good. Okay, let me see. All right. Oh.
Want to lick my TT?
Want to look? Let me see.
Bella?
Bella.
Bella.
Oh, yeah.
Look, she's trying to climb. Actually, climb up
Bella?
and look. And I'm like, Erica, don't scold Bella. Let Bella fight off the predator.
Bella's Bella's getting
predated on.
Yeah.
So hold on, watch this. Look.
Bella? Let her hump you.
Oh, jeez,
Jesus. No, I'm gonna
This
go.
is like a metaphor for what's going on in Israel and Palestine right now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Hamas is
They're
the
like, oh,
size.
stop! Don't retaliate,
Hamas
Israel.
is the size of the wiener dog, and
Jeez.
Israel is Bella, and the Hamas is just nipping.
Like, leave me alone.
And the big ass pit bull eventually is going to get mad as hell and snap. So anyway, Red, I wanted to make sure that I showed you I have documentation of your dog being a predator.
Yeah, Fred.
And it can and will be used against me.
And then we found out
I'm
that it
not gonna
humps.
be using it against
we
you.
found out that it's humping Rhett's arm. Too,
I
but
had
it's-
a,
I mean,
I had a
it's little
scary incident this morning with Scout.
What do you mean?
Just try and hump you.
No, I wish. I opened the gate to come in, and all of a sudden I see Scout, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Obviously, she crawled under the gate and got out.
As you are opening the gate to the
BRN.
to the
drive in
to the compound.
To the compound.
And so you got to drive on in.
No, so I don't drive on in because Scout's right there. And then, but what really scared me is that there was a car coming north end of Nassau going south, and Scout starts coming towards me, running towards me. So I don't know if she's going to run into the
car.
road and get hit. And I'm like, there's no way that car is going to see Scout. I can barely see Scout.
Right.
And
So what did you
dark.
do? Did you get out?
I started screaming my head off, and the dog starts like freaking out and barking at me. And I'm like, perfect. And then Merch Crick and Rhett came out and they handled it. But I was freaking out because I'm like, that dog is going to get run over right now.
Rhett.
I'm so scared.
Rhett. When you pull in, you just don't open your door and let the damn dog jump out and start having its parking lot party. You got to hold on to it.
No, I don't. But she was in the back. Like
Yeah, she went
I
under
put
the
her
fence.
in the back with Bella. Bella
so-
was back there, so they were playing.
Oh,
and
so
she normally
has,
stays
and
back
she
there
has
sometimes.
she has the ability.
Because she's so little. She heard the gate open because of me and then came running to see what was going on.
Yeah,
Do
Merch
we
Crick
need
got her
Big
early,
Red? Do we
so-
need Big Red to build us some kind of
like a contraption to shut her out?
well, Scout can't get underneath the gate deal?
Like
Maybe have like a block of plywood or something. I mean, like a block of two 2x4s.
Do you really have to build anything? You can just put it there.
No,
right?
you could get 2 2x4s, nail them together, and let me just for the distance of the gate, and then wedge it underneath the gate.
Or we could just use one of the old fence posts and just cut it to it.
What do you mean?
Just add it because we have those the fence posts that
Yeah.
match the fence and just tie them up to the bottom part so it doesn't look as
It looks a little less ghetto.
Yeah.
Looks a little more Austin
Yeah,
Wolf.
like
Ghetto is our brand.
cut the metal and,
Looks a little more wolf fencing kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, wolf fencing, one of our big Orlando guys, is he going to be at
Yes, he is.
at the soiree?
And
Stab wound and all.
I think he's gonna ride his little bike.
Little mini bike deal.
Yeah.
I got Shannon Burke. What at 40?
No, 8:15. 8:15.
Oh, so in 3 minutes?
eight-
But no,
8:15?
he said he's fine for like if we want to do it in a little bit.
Yeah.
So-
How about I do words right now,
Okay.
and then we'll do Shannon when we come back.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Don't be mad at him, dude. Be happy for him. He would be happy for you.
Yep, they got it all figured out.
Oh, no, I'm happy for him. I'm so happy for him that I would like to beat him with my happiness.
Bubba the Love Sponge returns after this.
We get to the sad,
We got to do that. That'll be after Shannon, though.
but we got to the mad.
Yeah. We didn't get to the sad.
You want Shannon to just call in, or do you want to call him?
He can just call in,
Okay.
or we can. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I gave him the number either way
Okay.
because it always goes to voicemail. He says so. Of course, Shannon's the man. What's up, Bama boy? HS Bubba fan. It is GR 100%. That whole area is like that. Going west. From there. Caribbean. Goes to Panhandle.
Caribbean Panhandle, what's that?
Destin.
Oh yeah, I talked a lot of shit about the Panhandle, and I take it all back. I apologize.
Spent like 10 years there. Absolutely amazing. Where do you dock it at, Tyler? Do we lose group of lips? So I think to catch up there, Ned. Is there below Harbor Walk Village? Okay. So you're pretty much right
Who
there.
admitted it? What?
Sorry?
What are we going to talk to Shannon about?
The event coming up.
Right, what else?
Promoting it. That's pretty much it. He just wanted to promote the event. Harbor Walk Village is super nice, Tyler. That's right next to it. Hey, Tyler, don't forget the triggerfish. In the springtime, you should get that cobia running too. I mean, I guess you're going pretty offshore. Middle grounds. "47-foot boat, Ned's, is offshore. God. Look who it is. Let's see, 2 minutes. Tyler, I think we're going to be trying to come up there in the springtime. Perfect time for the fishing.
Excited to try that water.
Put some in the fridge so that it gets cold.
Is it out there?
I think there's some in the fridge so that, because you don't want to try it warm. You want to try it cold.
I don't know. Are they already in it? I don't know where they
Tyler,
are.
send me an email. I got some buddies up there. They're up there. Send them your
Unless they're
way.
in the front green room or something.
Usually they just go down to the Florida guys that I know. But it's a long drive. Thank you, Big Red. Dick. Sicilian Redneck 25, good morning.
What's up, caveman?
Nowhere near the rare air at the top of the heap.
I mean, we know what's important.
More like the bottom feeders existing on the scraps of society.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Okay, I think we got some PayPal action here. Let me say real fast. You going to get Shannon on the air or?
I'll dial it up.
Peter Toth. Thank you so much. Heather Wiz. $100. Says it's for Yippee-O Brando's memory, and we will, in memory of Yippee-O Brando, we will get into that. Thank you, Heather Wiz, for the heads up on that. Something I need to address today.
Voicemail.
That is news to me.
Hold on. You got Shannon's voicemail?
Yeah, he says it always goes to voicemail.
What's news to you, Anna?
What you just said. Heather Wiz donated money and you said something.
Yeah. We lost a member of the Bubba Army.
Oh my God.
A few nights ago. A very popular one at that, and Yippee-O Brando. And let me his name. That's the name, Yippee-O Brando. That's the guy's name. Love the guy. He was at BARP last year, but I always just blurt out Yippee-O Brando for 1,000 bits.
That's right.
Remember, we would just arbitrarily sometimes just say that Yippee-O Brando for 1,000 bits. And
he's a great guy.
He just had a kid.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I was going to get into that.
After Shannon.
I mean, are you calling Shannon's right number?
Yeah, and he said that he's trying to call back, and it
he's-
keeps going to voicemail, or it keeps going busy, which I gave him the warm line number, which is weird.
All right.
Rob Green, 50 on the Cash App.
All right, so he's trying to call us, and we're trying to call him. And we're getting a voicemail, and he's getting a busy signal. Let me.
It's like we're both trying to open the car door and the unlocking.
Yeah.
War, you know what I mean?
Come on, Shannon.
That's a better sign.
His wife's big jugs are probably taking up all the...
There we go.
Is your wife's jugs taking up all the cellular service inside the house? Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Clearly not.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, buddy. How are you?
Oh, well, I was saying hello like 10 times, and you're like, hello, 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 hello.
Oh, I only heard it once.
Oh, how about your wife's jugs? Give me a report on that action.
She already left for an appointment this morning, but they were in full display this morning.
Yeah, really? Did you have a morning deal? Like, are you a morning, noon, or night guy?
Morning.
Yeah, see, all of us all of us long-time radio guys, we get stuck in just all types of various ruts. Like, I know that you are very regimented on, like, you go get this Philly cheesesteak every day at the same place, like at 11:30, and you're at JVC by like noon, and you print up like 15,000 papers of prep and only use about 6, and like, so I'm like, I have a certain time that I like to blast. So yours is your morning blaster?
Morning is good because our schedules are so different. At night, she's tired. I'm settling in, watching news, whatever. But afternoons, if there's an opportunity, are also good.
And you know why? Do you know why I like? And you know why I like? Do you know why I like afternoon, Shannon? Because I feel as if I'm being a little bit more naughty than the average guy that's at work, like having to take orders from some dude, and here I am, bop a double op sops deep, like it's like 2 in the afternoon. The regular dude's on the dock working for some hard ass guy that he hates, and I'm in here just getting some straight ass. I feel as if I'm a little bit more of a important person at that point.
Huh? I see that.
I mean, you could probably bang your wife clear up until about noon, realistically, right?
Right. If she didn't work, yeah.
Yeah, right. If she had a day off or she didn't work or whatever. she wasn't giving little kids swimming lessons and all the cool stuff that she does. But like, you could break one off like at 11:15 or something like that. And there's you got to think about the general workforce among men's. There's probably not a lot of dudes that have enough that can break off 11:15 deal.
Unless they're unemployed.
Yeah, I mean, but
hardly.
Not major, not major radio personalities like Shannon Burke, please.
Right, of course not.
Yeah.
What have you been up? What have you been up to lately?
Same old stuff. You know how we do it over here. We just got a big event coming up this weekend. I'm really looking forward to this. This is a fun event. When your crew comes up from Tampa and everybody's there. I mean,
you know what, Shannon? I don't know. I know we've missed a couple Christmas parties, but I don't know that we've missed a Stogies and Cycle or Stogies and Spirits. I don't know that we've missed one. I think I've got perfect attendance on that. I think.
Yeah, you do. I think so.
Last
time it was at this event. I remember you